Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here, and over the last few months I've been redoing and updating old mod lists from last year and bringing them into 2018. To put a cap on all those lists, I thought I'd treat you to my ultimate mod setup. These are mods that I always use, they never leave my mod order, and they are guaranteed to work together and make your experience all the better. They run from graphic mods to vampire mods to quality of life mods to weapon mods and armor mods. It's all here. I'll be splitting up this list into two parts because each video will feature almost 20 mods apiece. So get a snack, break out a pad and pen, or who are we kidding here, the notes app on your phone, and get ready to jot some of these down, and make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the second half of this list. But for now, let's jump in. The first on this list is Surreal Lighting. I couldn't play Skyrim at all if it weren't for this mod. I've gotten so used to the gorgeous look this lighting mod adds to the game that playing without it just makes the game look dated by comparison. This mod changes the skybox and outdoor lighting, allowing you to mix and match it with a good indoor lighting mod, which brings me to ELE Interior Lighting Overhaul. This mod specifically changes indoor lighting for a more dramatic look for Skyrim. It reduces ambient lighting from interiors so that light sources such as candles and torches can illuminate the environment much more realistically. War Immersive Weapons adds more realism to weapons in Skyrim. This expansive mod changes the behavior of each weapon type in the game, speeding up attacks of weapons like daggers and one-handed axes, and slowing attacks from larger weapons like two-handed axes and hammers. Not only are these weapon changes based on type, but style as well. For example, elven and glass weapons will be lighter and therefore swung faster than steel weapons. Orcish and Daedric weapons that feature serrated edges do double crit damage, and so on. This mod adds more meaning to your weapons of choice in game and makes combat that much deeper. Obsidian Mountain Fogs is another personal must-have mod. Some of my favorite moments in game have been looking to the horizon to fill in the next area of the map that I've yet to uncover. This mod envelops the many mountains of Skyrim in thick rolling fog. It's a standalone part of Obsidian Weathers, meaning it works great with other weather mods of your choice. Once you see it in-game, you'll wonder how you ever played without it. Chartreusepod Reverie is my favorite player home to date. First, you'll have to go on a short quest to obtain the weapon that will grant you passage to its hidden location, but once you do, the space is absolutely gorgeous. It features a rolling green field, unique wildlife, a waterfall, a treehouse for companions, a full smithing area, and all that before you even enter your home. Inside, you'll find a carefully crafted space with enough room to store away all your treasures. It's a Bosmer-themed home, which is rare as far as player homes go. This mod even comes with a unique Spriggan companion. Improved Sounds is pretty self-explanatory. It modifies and improves hundreds of in-game sounds, from the volume of rivers flowing to swords swinging. Even footsteps and armor will become heavier based on weight, and NPCs will have more variety in their sounds. Suddenly you'll hear things like more wildlife in Skyrim's forests, or the clang of a hammer on an anvil ringing across Skyrim's many bustling cities. StayArrow Stay is a mod I featured in my best archery mods list, and it's remained in my load order ever since. This simple mod adds more realism to your game by extending the length of time projectiles stay embedded into enemies, as well as upping the number of projectiles that appear on them at one time, increasing that number from 15 to 50, a great little mod for archers out there. Jewel Weapon Pack adds a number of glass weapons to the game. This style of glass reminds me of crystal weapons from Diablo 2, but old-school Elder Scrolls fans who may have preferred the bright green glass style of Morrowind will enjoy this mod as well. Overall, this simple mod helps add weapon variety and looks pretty cool doing so. Recolor Replacement Pack is a replacer pack that changes and enhances some of the textures for armor and accessories in Skyrim, delivering a more aesthetically pleasing look. It affects a range of items from jewelry to ebony, stalrim, silver, steel, elven, and Nordic armor, making some sets such as ebony appear darker or more polished like the steel set. This is a must-have mod for those looking to elevate the game's overall look. Bridges of Skyrim is a simple mod that replaces all of the vanilla bridges in Skyrim with unique and custom bridges, inspired by the locations and the regions that they're in. I featured this in my Quality of Life mods video. It's lore-friendly and adds 30 new and completely unique bridges across the in-game world, perfect for players looking to add variety to the landscape, especially for players who refuse to fast travel. Phenderix Magic World is brought to you by one of the most popular and talented modders on the scene. I interviewed them for a mod spotlight video for Kotaku a while back, and you can find a link to that in the description below. This massive mod enhances and overhauls the magical parts of Skyrim. It adds new locations to the game, 400 new spells, new elemental archetypes, new summons, new enchantments, weapons, and introduces unarmed elemental combat, basically imbuing your fists with elemental power. I cannot speak highly enough about this mod, just do yourself a favor and add it to your load order. Ring of Cursed Sun is a simple item mod that adds an enchanted ring to Skyrim, which grants vampires immunity to sunlight. As someone who frequently rolls vampire characters, I found this mod extremely useful and even featured it in my Vampiric Mods video. After simply crafting the ring from 1 silver ingot, 1 potion of blood, and 3 vampire dust, the power of a Daywalker is yours. Skyrim Hair Colors adds 43 new hair colors to Skyrim. These new choices can be applied to all humanoid male and female characters, and even vampires. I've been using this mod for quite some time, and have never had any issues with it whatsoever. If you're looking for new customization options, then you should definitely add this one to your load order. Immersive Patrols adds fully functional, scheduled patrols of almost every major faction across all the DLCs like Stormcloaks, Thalmor, Imperials, Dawnguard, Caravans, and more. You'll come across larger factions more often when exploring the in-game world, and even stumble upon full-scale battles between these factions as they try to take over Skyrim's many forts. There are various conflicts playing out across Skyrim, yet in vanilla we only see certain scripted battles, but with this mod you'll stumble across faction camps and actually get to see these battles play out around you and participate in them. Get No More Dead Followers solves one of Skyrim's most annoying issues, losing followers to a freak accident or an ultra-powerful enemy. It will set all possible companion characters to Essential, meaning at the very most they can be knocked down for a moment, but never fully killed. It also helps scale their level faster, making companions much more useful in combat. Vampire Lord Perks expansion does exactly that. It expands the Vampire Lord perk system to make vampire gameplay more varied and engaging. It improves upon existing perks, adds 24 new perks to the tree, and 8 new spells. A few examples of these are Sanguine Wings, lessening fall damage in your humanoid form and completely removing fall damage as a vampire lord. Shifting Tides, which adds 20% resistance to frost damage, and many more. For anyone rolling a vampire, this mod is a definite must-have. Dense Grass adds, well, dense grass to Skyrim. There's a warning that you may experience lost frames, but playing with this mod on my day 1 PlayStation 4 hasn't presented any problems thus far. I featured it in my graphics mod playlist and have kept it in my load order ever since. Playing without it just made the world feel too bare. Looks don't change vampires is self-explanatory, but it solves one of my biggest gripes with vampires in Skyrim, and that's that vampires can get pretty ugly. This mod keeps vampirism from changing your character's face and eyes, and keeps them looking unafflicted without sacrificing your powers. There is a warning on the mod's description stating that it only works before turning, but if my memory serves correctly, I activated it on my playthrough after turning and it worked just fine, but bear that warning in mind. And that's it for part 1 of my ultimate mod setup. Make sure you're subbed and click that little bell to be notified when part 2 is live. I'll be delivering even more weapon, armor, graphic, vampire, and quality of life mods, so don't miss out. You deserve to play Skyrim at its best, and you shouldn't have to wade through every mod to do so. Also, if you're looking for even more mods that may not have been covered in this list, make sure to click through to my Skyrim mods playlist at the end of this video. And as always, thanks for watching.